is Tall Can Audio.
We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature's rising, it isn't surprising, she certainly can.
Oh,
I love that.
it's a beauty Monday in the nation's capital. Ella Fitzgerald bringing us into this Monday edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast. I got to be honest with you. Don't know anything about this tune. Well, I did a little research this weekend, but I first learned the tune from the movie Grumpy Old Men. Did you see that in 1993? Was that on your watch list?
Who's in that?
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have seen that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sophia
Loren.
Yes.
And
that's right.
Margaret. Yeah. Anyways. Yes.
Okay. Good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, for whatever reason, that song has stuck with me all these years whenever it's cold, because it's cold in Wisconsin or
Minnesota.
Minneapolis, yeah.
I think they're in Minnesota.
Federal agents
not getting
swarmed.
shot.
Yeah, no.
Yet.
It's a crazy world.
Sophia Loren, watch out.
But as I did do the research this weekend to look up the song, it's got nothing to do with actual temperature. It's about this woman
Yeah.
cranking up the volume.
You
on
don't say
everybody.
that. You
Well,
don't
I did
say-
know it was sort of a double meaning. There is no
Yes.
double meaning. It's all about.
Right. We're having a heat wave, man. I'm breaking out.
Yeah. She started this heat wave by letting her seat wave, is one of the lyrics in She Certainly Can.
I love that.
Can.
Yeah. Ghetto onion.
We are on social media. I don't know what that means. At Tall Can Audio. Sounds like Sunday, I believe was the line just before we fired up the microphones. We're on social media at Tall Can Audio. Subscribe to the pod. Wherever you're hearing us right now. Beers. We need beers. We probably don't need beers.
Well, you know what?
But there will be beers.
In the green room, I had a beautiful Bytown.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Explains a lot.
I find it has certain medicinal qualities. I feel good. Like it brings joy.
And I knew that I would.
Yeah. Like it's good, Matt.
Okay.
I find the whole thing to be.
I haven't had one since New Year's Eve. I got 8 left here, and I took 4 down to the old man at over Christmas and left for him, I believe. So, as we've talked about before, I've become a little precious with them, but they're not going to last forever. At some point, you're going to have to just
drink them.
I'm waiting for an occasion or whatever else. But
Well, we're coming up on 6 months, more than 6 months now, since they were brewed.
oh yeah,
So I think.
well that was the last weekend of May. We were in there and unveiled them. So yeah,
So
it's
to me,
well over.
I'm down to 3 left, I think.
Okay,
We were talking about maybe swinging by to see Andy.
yeah. Who brewed this? The Need a Beer
Yeah,
Company.
We'll talk to Andy about this and see what.
Getting a rerun.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like, what do you got? What do you got that can
Help us celebrate our 11th anniversary.
help us celebrate Tuesday?
It's just another episode
How about that?
of the Tall Can Audio Podcast.
But I
With
am.
that in mind,
Yes.
Drinking, who's coming with me?
Yeah, I found myself. I've told you it was a light Christmas for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm man. The beer fridge at home, I think, has, as of right now, with what I took out of it today, the bottom shelf is show beers. Top shelf is.
Yep.
I think there's 1 beer on the bottom,
Oh, it's starting to run a little bare.
and there's 2 on the top. And so there's just not.
When's your next delivery coming? Aren't you part of this still
Tuesday,
small batch?
Tuesday or Wednesday
Okay, so you'll get a bit of a top
this
up
week.
here.
But I've also had to go out and supplement
Right?
with a local brewery just to kind of figure it out. So we'll see how that all shakes out. But I will be flush the next time you hear me. But I am sort of getting what's in here, reaching around.
Yeah.
So
Anything tucked in the back, somehow behind the milk or something?
yeah, and I'm really actually interested in what we got going today.
Getting aggressive over there with the San Jose Sharks bottle opener.
Yeah, this is part of your Christmas gift to me. This is back to Broken Stick.
Okay.
This is the Bretter Monk. Mm-hmm. So it is a Belgian blonde. And so I believe the Brett is a type of yeast that's used in Belgian ales,
Right.
both of an amber and otherwise. So low malt, high yeast. So I'm not sure I'm going to love this.
Yeah, sort of the opposite end from the other one, which was the wee heavy.
The wee heavy.
Yeah, which I know
Which
is
was
always
low
in the-
yeast.
Yeah.
Heavy malt,
Right.
low carbonation. But yeah, this is telling me to look for notes of sort of spiciness,
Okay.
high carbonation levels, 6%. Comes in the bottle, which is what you heard me
Hammering away at.
working into. Yeah, it worked like a charm, and it's going to go back on the mic stand here in a second. So I'm just letting the head settle. It's got a nice head on it.
Okay.
But what do you have over there?
Yeah, over here we're circling down to our buddy Matty Lang, one of his favorite breweries, Rorschach out of Toronto. This is the Marvelous Double Dry Hopped IPA. So coming in around 6%. First pull, a little citrus to it. I would say that is the strongest. I couldn't pin down which citrusy fruit it might be, but that's a strong upfront kind of first impression. So
Okay.
not bad, man.
All right.
Right around 6%. Like it says strong beer on here. I don't know where that label. Like to me, 6% is the very bottom of strong beer, right? Like you do see that on a lot of cans, and I think you got to get to at least 7 before you start throwing that on there.
See, I think anything over 6.
Okay.
I'm good
But
with that.
6, right? Well, and that's what I said, right at the very bottom of the.
Yep.
But it's pretty borderline for me, man.
To me, 6.5 is right in the sweet, meaty middle of what you would drink on a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Anything above 7, I kind of go, boop, boop, watch out,
yeah.
caution, multiple beers.
Well, 7 is where my my octopus wants to fight hangs out.
It's a lovely beer,
It is.
but it is one that you don't want to
You
sit
can't
down
sit
and-
around all day and,
Right.
and pound.
Correct. You can,
Sure, but it'll be an early night.
and there'll be all kinds of
And
things
that's
happen.
fine.
and
It's
people
gonna
will
be great,
will
man.
be
People are gonna
talking
love it.
about Uncle Matt. And
Oh yeah. Speaking of Uncle Matt,
heavy fruit notes in this. Now having had a pull on this.
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm not sure what that fruit is. Whether it's kind of an apple. It's not your traditional stone fruit, but this is in that yeasty. It's a little bit of that smooth banana thing you kind of get from a yeast forward beer.
right.
But yeah, some apple or something else in there. I'm not getting a lot of the clove or nutmeg, the traditional spiciness you get from yeast forward beer.
Yeah,
But nice head on it, which is important to me, especially in a high carbonation beer. You want to see that good head. Interesting so far is where I would go.
over here, like I said, citrusy up front. It's honestly a little bland beyond that. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not something you're going to remember and be like, if I see that again, I should grab that again.
Right, but Rorschach traditionally does pretty good.
100%.
Not too much bad stuff coming out of there.
That's right. We are, I should say, I'm using this term too often. I was going to say headed into a speed wobble. I used that about the Sens when I texted you the other day, and you said that was actually
Fucking speed wobble.
a little generous.
Seems
to the
generous.
Sens. Yeah. But this week you'll hear from Kevin Mickey from Sportsnet. That's going to be good. That's not a speed wobble thing.
Meaty men. Slapping
Big meaty men, little matty men slapping meat is a different story. On next Monday's show, you are otherwise occupied. So Michaela Schreider
I will miss you guys, but it's in good hands.
Yeah. She will sit in for that. And then that following week, I'm headed out of town for a few days to put in some uncle time. Also, yeah.
Is that really the reason
I was
you're going?
generously framing it for myself as to go put in some uncle time. There is a dark craft beer festival that I feel like I should attend. I think that screams.
It does scream
Matt, get down there. So that will be on the weekend of the 7th. So
It also speaks to me, but I was not invited.
no. Well, you should be well used to that.
Yeah.
So
Matt, your cab is here. I didn't order a cab.
So you will have a different co-host for that Monday as well. But you and I have talked a little about perhaps trying to find something midweek before I get out of here. So
I miss you when I don't see you.
I know that about you, man.
Yep.
I also acknowledge your absence.
Thank you. Grudgingly. Acknowledge.
This is it. So things will be a little different around here the next couple of weeks, but we will be here for you.
There will be lots of content.
There always is, man, or there often
And the Olympics
creates good
are
content.
on the horizon.
And we will be back in steady, opposite of speed wobble, slow and steady.
It'll be speedy and it'll also have a wobble. So maybe it's the most applicable time.
Sure. So we will be back by the time the men's hockey tournament starts for the Olympics. And it just sort of has panned out this way. I didn't plan to start here. But a couple of weeks ago, I asked you where you were at on Brady Tkachuk. And you had sort of come to his aid a little bit, come to his defense.
Yep.
And said, the points are there, kind of. The numbers still look okay. And I'm seeing some Sens fans after what has been apparently speed wobble is too generous, but not a great stretch here. Suggest that he's not giving enough. And I did see one person that I follow on Sens Twitter whose opinion I traditionally respect going, I don't know how the Americans could look at dressing this guy if this is how he's going to play. I'm on record having said everybody going to this tournament, no matter how they're doing in the NHL, will step it up at the Olympics. And if that's going to frustrate you, whether you're a Matthews fan or a Brady Tkachuk fan or a whatever.
Can't say the same for Connor McDavid because he's got 90 points.
In 8 games or something. But I fully expect Brady to be good at the Olympics because these games are, or at least I did. And yet I'm seeing people sort of pretty down on Brady in a way I'm not sure I've ever seen since he arrived here. Have your opinions on him changed over the last week? I think it was 2 weeks ago we had this conversation.
No, I think it was just last weekend.
Was it just last week?
I think it was last weekend.
Well, then it's probably a little soon to ask the question again, but he's just not all that. It doesn't seem like he's all that engaged. Like you sort of understand why he can't fight and why he can't be as, but he's just not looking like the same guy. And
coming into, I believe it's Saturday night's game, he was on a 5-game point streak.
Sure.
So in a stretch where they had taken points in 5 of 6.
Mm-hmm. The goaltending had steadied a little.
I still suggest here and now that it isn't strictly a points thing that you look at and go, this is a points issue with Brady Tkachuk.
Well, it can't be just a...
Right, it is.
He is so much more than that at his best.
100%. And that is where this becomes, as it was from the time he was negotiating anything out of his entry-level contract. How do you pay for the hits, for the fights, for the
drag you into the fight,
the protection he brought to teammates, all these things, because he's on the ice all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things where, with the wrap on the hand, we have no idea where the thumb is at, but there's clearly he's compromised in some way.
Did he come back too soon, do you think?
I believe so.
It sure looks like it.
If you're not able to do all that you can do, and again...
But this is always an argument for anybody on any team, is 80% of our, one of our top guys, maybe our top guy, better than whatever we might be getting out of his replacement. But it doesn't seem like we're getting 80%.
Yeah, I think we are.
It feels like, okay.
I think we are. It's that 20% that we're missing, though, that makes him...
the unicorn.
Him. And when you're not winning, when you don't have your starting goaltender, and Shabbat was out for 15 to 20 games, Pinto missed 12 games.
But those guys have been back now.
Yep. Yeah. I'm suggesting you need full Brady. So I would take, if everything else was clicking and going well, and you were getting goaltending, and Reimer has been fine for the last 4 games coming into Sunday, because we don't know what's going to happen on Sunday as of recording.
Yep.
Last I saw Hunter Shepard, which is, woo.
Well, it won't impact on Reimer.
Well, and it certainly won't impact on the final result. It is, you would take, if everything else was clicking, goaltending, solid defense, penalty kill, all these things, you would take an 80% Brady.
Sure.
When shit is not going well and you're only getting 80% of Brady, it's not good. It's not good. And the reality is, you see it, and you've probably seen it on Twitter, a lot of people getting bent out of shape about Brady and Matthew on the Wingman podcast, talking about how great it was going to be when they got to the Olympics and how they can't wait to suit up and get after it for Team USA. Ottawa Senators fans need to fully understand that the Wingman podcast is not made to sell the Tkachuks and hockey to them. This is meant to capitalize on USA hockey out of the Four Nations Cup and sell it to an American audience. This is not meant for you who already love hockey and already love Brady. So I think there's a lot of people who are like...
I am seeing a lot of people tie their current irritation with Brady to the podcast. Like, how about you just put down the microphone there, podcaster, and get out there and play? And I don't think they're related.
Talking to me? I can do that.
I don't think the reason Brady is struggling is because he's putting in too much time focusing on his podcast.
Yeah, for sure not.
But I do understand that I'm going to grab onto anything, right? This guy doesn't look like what I'm used to him looking like.
Yes.
And the podcast is new, so I can now, as you just suggested, I don't like the podcast. It's perhaps not geared towards me, but it's not about the they've had a couple of reasonably interesting conversations about the Four Nations or about different things. They've told some stories but it's just that bro talk kind of that I'm just like, I don't have an hour for you to talk to me like that right. But maybe somebody does. But it is interesting to see how many people in Ottawa have grabbed onto it as that's
negative.
Part of the reason for, and I just don't think they're tied together. I don't think there's anything there.
To me, it is when you need
podcasters. We work hard. Like we're out here for you.
Do you think this is easy? If this was easy, everybody would be doing it.
There'd just be everybody sitting around drinking beer and talking to their buddies. And
everybody does have a podcast now.
Oh boy.
No, not necessarily the beers. The beers is what really brings the edge here.
This makes us the unicorns.
100%. I drink and I know things.
I'm drinking. Who's coming with me?
It comes down to the things that, like in the Thursday game against Nashville,
Yeesh.
One hit. There was no hits. Sorry, he was credited with no hits and one shot. Mm-hmm. Like he was later, I think, given a goal that was Cousins at the time, double deflection. I don't know. But you looked at a game that you needed to win, and original stat line was 0, 0,
the Sam
0.
Mitchell special.
Exactly. We got guys out here with stat lines of 0, 0, 0. Like, that is not Brady Tkachuk. And so that, to me, I don't go to him and oh, your podcast is fucking you up, or this is happening. To me, he is feeling the physical aspect of his game, which is what makes him what he is not there. And that is super noticeable. And so to me, it doesn't mean that he doesn't care or he's not interested or
one of the things,
or his podcasting is taken away from him. It's that he's not feeling able. And is he saving himself?
I was just going to ask you, because this is the story that has been building in every market with my guy is ramping up for the Olympics because he's hot right now. Yep. My guy is saving himself for the Olympics because he's cold right now.
Yes.
Is there anything to any of them? Or is it just the ebb and flow of a normal season?
Because if you're winning, you're looking for all the positives. And you're like, see what's happening?
Yeah.
My guy's a gamer.
Right.
He's getting ready.
I got to tell you, though, man, I'm losing faith in my original prediction where I said he will be better at the Olympics. I'm starting to think he's not currently capable of. And it wasn't that I ever thought he was dogging it for the Senators. I think we talked about this.
Right, yes.
It was, I think, just naturally the intensity of an Olympic game, USA versus Sweden, USA versus Finland or Canada, you will find a way to get there in a way that you just can't on a Thursday in January against Minnesota, against Nashville, against whoever.
Correct.
And yet, the more I look at Brady right now, I wonder if he's going to be capable of elevating to that point right now. I wonder if he just doesn't. I don't think he's saving himself for the Olympics. There's something wrong there, and it may have served both him and the Senators and Team USA better to take an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be. I get it. You're the captain. You would feel a responsibility to come back and get in there. Well, he's not himself, and now he's taking blowback for this performance.
That game where I cited the stat line of 0-0-0-0 is against Nashville, which features Roman Josi, who injured him in the first place with a questionable hit from behind. Like, was it flat out dirty? Yeah. Is Roman Josi a dirty guy? No, I don't believe so. You, right? But he was far enough from the boards at the time. And in a game like that, even if you can't fight, are you not laying the lumber on guys? Are you not full in on the forecheck?
Right.
Which to me is the thing that really suggests that's the game where you look at it and go, something is off. Something is off there.
Yeah.
And so I don't believe it is that he's like, I can't wait for...
I'll ramp it up when I face...
for the USA-Denmark game to open the tournament, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. And I think you have a lot of fans who, in a season when they thought things were going to go from, first wild card to third seed in the Atlantic, whatever it was,
another step.
that things were going to continue to go up, things have taken a step back. Now, they're only 3 points behind last year's pace. It just happens that everybody else in this division
has set that pace.
Has
or better.
Eclipsed that pace.
Yeah.
And so...
Buffalo, what are you doing here? Who invited Sabres to town?
Yes. And so there is
First place Red Wings. What do we...
There is a bunch of things there. And so the dissatisfaction and the disillusion... Like, expectations are a bitch.
Yeah.
And you look at it and go, oh, what a great season. And we lost to the Leafs, but, this, that, and it could have been this way. And you're like, whatever. Mm-hmm. You start the season. It's a new season. And... not only are you not cracking into the top 3 in the Atlantic, you are in 8th spot in the Atlantic as of recording. And it doesn't look like you're 9 points out of the second wildcard spot. That is a shit ton of points with everybody between, except for the Rangers. Thank you, Rangers. Everybody between you and that second wildcard spot. It's tough. So there's fans who, again, I think I mentioned it whenever we talked about it, that they feel like the Matthew thing, the Keith thing, Keith never he just went wherever, and the Matthew thing.
Keith Tkachuk,
yeah. And the Quinn Hughes thing, who is a good friend of Brady's, that they look at it and go, he's leaving anyways. Let's just, that's going to be the source of our venom. I think there's a part of both of those.
We're gearing up. We know we can't totally go there yet, but we can gear up for it.
But we feel like he's going to leave anyway, so fuck that guy. He's going to be the centerpiece for all the vitriol.
Isn't the difference in that case, like Quinn was still elite in Vancouver, even when everyone knew he was going to leave. And Brady currently isn't. And I know one's been hurt and one has not.
Yeah.
But there's a fairly sizable, hey fucker, like if your problem, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm projecting,
yes.
But if my issue with Brady is that you're going to leave because the team isn't good enough, you're a big part of the reason the team isn't good enough right now. And for you to then turn around and use that against us. Again, this is all projection, but it's an unfair...
Unfair on whose part?
I think probably both. Like, you're creating this reason for you to be pissed at him when maybe he is just hurt and he rushed back to help you.
100%. Yeah. And I believe both of those things to be true.
Yeah.
That there is this, he is compromised.
Yeah.
And you have fans who are disillusioned.
Like so many Americans right now have been compromised.
Yes. Disillusioned with the performances here.
Yeah.
Like, there's been so many parts where have been good, but the parts that haven't been good have been biblically bad.
Yep.
Job in net, Job on the penalty kill, like just terrible stuff.
Yeah.
And so Brady, and then you bring
PK coach now, though. That's good.
What's that?
New PK coach now. That's
But see, when the head coach comes out and says we're taking Bomber, Nolan Baumgartner off,
but he'll still be involved.
He'll still be involved, and this really comes down to the players. Whenever you have the head coach coming out and saying, I'm absolving the coaching and putting all of it on the players.
Did you see?
Is not great.
On the 23rd of December.
It may be true.
When the
but
Leafs
it's not great.
Fired Mark Savard.
Yes.
As the power play. I mean, everyone was calling for blood.
Solid swerver.
And Berube is still a problem, maybe not the problem for me, but that's the half measure. We'll fire the power play coach. And right afterwards, Mark Savard goes on Twitter and posts a new profile picture of him in his Bruins jersey as like a troll job, right?
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you douche.
But where'd the Leafs go?
And this is it. Immediately the power play takes off. And you're like, how bad was your advice that so who's got the real
they went 9-1-3.
Right, without you. So there's you and your great profile picture, I guess, man. So kind of dueling troll jobs there in different ways, I guess.
And that has been much talked about here in this market, in the Ottawa market.
Mark Savard in his Bruins jersey?
No, but Mark Savard, the Leafs had a terrible power play.
Terrible.
And they fired the power play guy.
Yeah.
And then
Please
turns around.
Go away. Here's first timer Steve Sullivan. Can you give our guy wham, 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 wham? Like power play takes off.
Well, and again,
thanks, Sully.
But it comes down to when you look at that Leaf roster and you go, yeah, is it compromised again? We'll use that word. Is it devalued from last year? Whatever you want to use.
Yep.
But do they still have William Nylander? Do they still have Austin Matthews?
Right.
Do they still have John Tavares? Is there still guys on that thing that go, that guy
that power play at worst should be middle of the pack.
On your talent alone.
Yes,
fucking get out there and throw the puck around.
How bad was the advice that this guy must have been? And look, the reason coaches get fired is because you have bottomed out. Inevitably, you will start to...
Because players haven't done what they're supposed to do.
That's right. That is a huge part of it. And even if the coaching has been poor, the Leafs power play, as you've just suggested, was never, ever supposed to be that bad. So if you had kept Savard, it probably is still bouncing back a little. But the timing makes it...
Yes.
Love your profile picture. We've gone 3 for 9 on the power play since you were shit-canned. Like... Trading troll jobs a little bit.
It's like Buffalo firing, what's his face, the GM?
Kevin Adams. We
We
fired the GM and suddenly we're elite.
And now
what is that?
You went from last in the Eastern Conference to you're third in the Atlantic, which is the hottest, most hotly contested division, and you are a world beater now. And that's because your GM has been fired?
Probably not.
No, probably not. And so... all those things come down to Ottawa not winning games, and at times, whether it's not even
there
just...
was some other number on Saturday of all-time low save percentage in the cap era or something, being at 839 since...
So Ottawa, in that game
it might be no more
that game against Carolina, you went 70% on the draws, Ottawa.
Yeah.
70
possession, good.
You out-hit them 3-1. You outshot them almost 2-1, and you lost the game 4-1.
Mm-hmm. And yet, I don't know how you felt. I think the third goal you'd like Reimer to have, goals 1 and 2, it's tough.
Yep. Yeah, the giveaways and the inability to contain people in your own zone, know who your man is has been atrocious in the past.
Jacques Martin right there in the building, man. Put him back in there.
How about Jacques? Did you watch the...
No. So I wanted to ask you about this. I went out of my way to not watch it.
I loved it, in case you're going to ask that.
I wasn't going to ask that. I couldn't possibly care
don't
less.
care. Yeah.
I was
How does Rob feel? Who cares?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I've done this show before.
I'm wandering around I didn't even know Hockey Night was
Aimlessly.
still going to be on.
Is it a thing?
Yeah, without the Leafs.
Well,
do they still play games? Do they even bother broadcasting on Saturday nights?
yeah, I can do without Cuthbert and Simpson too. You can keep those.
That's the
fuckers.
A-team, man.
I know you can keep those. I want
Sweet.
Galley and what's his face.
Nobody in Ottawa seems to want Galley. I don't get that.
I do.
Okay. You want him?
Yeah, I want him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like elite, but I think he's fine. But every time the Sens play on a Gary Galley game, people are like, this fucking guy hates our team. And
because he points out the things that are not going well.
Right.
And because he lives here, does that make him immune to seeing and calling out what you see? No, we call that unbiased.
Professionalism.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I like Gary Galley.
I do too. So I did roll back in when I finished whatever the hell I was doing.
Other things.
Yeah.
When you said wandering aimlessly. Yes.
You said
I
aimlessly.
had the
Added
aimlessly
the-
part, yes.
I think I flipped the TV on at like 7:30, figuring I'd be 8 or 10 minutes into the first period. It was like 3 minutes in.
It would already be 3-0 Carolina. That was 30,
no, but
that was 30 minutes into the future from that point.
it's like they didn't get to first intermission till 8:18. Like, how long was this fucking ceremony, man? It felt like, having not even watched it, this thing must have been Montreal Canadiens level dragged out.
See, I turned it on 10 after 7, and because
so you weren't interested in
I
it.
was also doing other things.
Aimlessly.
No, not wandering. Other things.
Yeah.
And Jacques
take booties
had
off
just
his
taken the
dog.
mic.
Okay.
And so whether, Sean Van Allen or Bonk or Phillips or Neil, whether anybody else who was on the ice with him.
Oh my God. Did all those guys speak?
No, I don't know.
Did we get a Sean Van Allen?
No, I don't know. Sean Van Allen. But Sean Van Allen is, I'd listen to that guy because he is cutting. He's quick.
I want to talk to Radek Bonk about his kid fucking us over at the World Juniors 2 years in a row.
Well, I was more interested to see because when I saw him live 2 years ago, he was super fat. Okay. And now, but on the ice yesterday,
Radek chunk.
Yeah, looking good. Okay. Looking good, Radek.
Got it under control.
You did. You
All
did.
right.
I saw him out of the Cheshire Cat and Carp.
Oh, man.
Good.
There's
good
where you can put
chips.
on a couple pounds.
100%, man. They always have good beers on tap and the best fish and chips. So, Radek, I don't blame you, brother.
It just felt like it must have been a long ceremony.
But at the end of the ceremony, Jock gave a shout out and an endorsement to ownership.
Yeah. Fine.
To Staios.
Sure.
To the coaching staff. To the players. He towed the party line.
Yeah.
And even I, as a guy who supports that party, I'm like, Jacques, I see what you're doing there, buddy. I see what you're doing.
Good company, man.
Yeah, exactly. And he's saying, I know. And he said, there's people who think, I think this team is closer than people think. And then they go out and they're like,
hey, Jacques, we're not that close, man.
It's hot sick in the bed. Like, I have not only shit the bed, it's peanut butter hot on wool blanket.
Oh, boy.
It's not good.
Oh, no.
It's not good, man. Try cleaning that up, man.
Yeah. No. So,
Smeared
I have...
around.
All right, we got it. Fuck. The idea that... Look, it's not going to happen, but that Brady... Could you stop? Yes. Can you just let us move forward? Forget this ever happened. The idea that, Brady's is beat up, headed into the Olympics. The Americans have also said Seth Jones is out. Our boy, Jackson Lacombe, taking his spot.
The $8 million man.
And yet, I think, through November and December, a lot of us understood that the timelines weren't overly problematic, but it seemed like every American who was supposed to make a difference was beat up. And here we are 2 months closer to the Olympics, and it seems like every Swede who's supposed to make a difference is beat up. Half of Team Sweden is either out and has acknowledged isn't going to play. Like
solid 1/3 anyways.
Yeah.
It's high.
Jonas Brodin is not going to play. Leo Carlsson is not going to play. Nylander is currently hurt, hasn't yet. Nobody's confirmed.
Do you know what his deal is?
It kind of feels like the groin injury he was dealing with was re-injured on his celebration of a goal against Vegas, which isn't ideal. Erik Karlsson hurt.
Victor Hedman
is sort of coming off of there's a lot of pieces that are, and Landeskog. I don't remember all of it. But in 2014, I seem to recall, on top of the Nick Backstrom faulty drug test.
Cold and flu.
Yeah. Like, clearly, he was held out of the gold medal game against Canada. But I think that Swedish team was also already battered with injuries, and that was sort of the final blow. The Swedes, man, if healthy, don't have the same depth as Canada or USA, but that is certainly a team with that goaltending.
Very good.
Like, and could easily, in a one game, and all these are, quarterfinal, semifinal, final, could easily beat Canada or the United States or anybody else if healthy. And look, in a one game playoff, still could, but these are some really important players that it sort of looks like right now, out of everybody, is the most battered heading into this.
Yeah, well, and I don't know what's going to happen with, once you start looking around and you're talking about.
I don't know if Eriksson Ek is back. He had been.
He was another guy. On my list. Joel Eriksson Ek was another guy who's also Landeskog, as I was shouting over you.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, I'm not done. But there's like 8 guys.
Yeah,
8 guys who are. And people can talk about, because I always think Joel Eriksson Ek, and you're like, whatever. And you're like, that dude's like a 30-goal scorer.
Yes.
Plays a 200-foot game. And
it's going to matter to them. Because of all the talent on Sweden, center isn't really it. Well, between losing Leo Carlsson and if they lose.
Who's going to be your 2C for sure?
It might have been 1. Like, depends on what you want to do with Zibanejad and whatever else.
I'm not going to fight you on that.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
But he's not now. And
he is not now.
So Joel Eriksson Ek would have been important at 2C or 3C, and all of a sudden you're losing players at the most important, like at the place I think we would all agree the Swedes are the least deep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then you take out Hedman and you take out Carlson. Mm-hmm. It's just starting to, you look around and you're like.
They don't have the depth to absorb this. Like,
well, OEL is not going to.
I wish he wasn't going, to be honest with you.
Well, that guy is always like.
He's been so good for the Leafs this year, above expectation.
He's been so injured, and they're like, he's never coming back. And they're like, he's playing the next game.
Night. Yeah, I would like him to have those 2 weeks off, is what I would like. But I don't want any of my guys. I don't want anyone on my club team to ever go.
Well, that's all this talk about team, and we'll come back to the Swedes, but you talk about the Habs fans being upside down about no Caulfield, no Hudson.
Give them a nice week in Cancun.
And at the end of the day, you're like, you know what, man? They'll do 10 days somewhere else. They'll rest up because those guys both play a shit ton of ice time. And you're like, as you suggest, is it the worst thing ever to go?
Well, you look at the Leafs right now, and we talked about Matthew Nyes.
Look at them.
Was he in the mix to be a fourth-line guy for them? Maybe. Like, you could see that case. He's been brutal. He's clearly dealing with something, and they're clearly going to ask him
the shadow of
to go out there for 6 more games and be just get there, man. Like, we need you.
Keep us within 5 points of a playoff spot.
Well, or just... Don't force us to put Calle Järnkrok back in the lineup.
Järnkrok!
Like, he needs the 2 weeks off. John Tavares needs the 2 weeks off. Like, there are guys limping to the finish line. And to me, OEL, I'm happy for him. I'm glad the Swedes acknowledged him. I'd really rather he not go. I'm sure Sens fans would rather Brady not go, right? Like, there's no chance of that happening. But can you... Whatever the fuck is causing you to do what you're doing right now, could you go just rest up somewhere?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This Olympic thing, and hopefully we are back into the regular rotation. It's the south of France in 4 years, and then it's Utah, I believe, in 2034.
Is Sweden not in there?
I don't think so.
I thought Stockholm was...
No. I know it's south of France.
2030? I thought 2030 was Stockholm.
No, that's in France.
Grenoble?
Probably. Home of Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant, of course it is, man. Everyone thinks
I think
that.
we've talked about this before on the show, that as a kid, I would mix up Grenoble and Chernobyl.
No, we haven't.
Well, and so I thought...
I get it.
But as a wrestling gimmick, he for sure. And 10-year-old Matt, even dumber.
Even dumber.
So I thought that was the point, though. Andre the Giant is so big because he's from
Chernobyl.
Right. I just sewed these things together in my head that actually had no.
See, sometimes a little knowledge can be harmful. Young Matt says, Elmer Glue, eat or no?
It's so tasty. Yes. This is the tastiest glue I've ever had.
The
Swedes, man. I do feel for them a little bit because my recollection is that in 2014 they were beat to hell too, and then the Backstrom thing going into the gold medal game, he buzzed positive for, like you said, just like a cold and flu thing.
Silken Lauman says, "Fuck that."
Yeah, and Canada was pretty much fine with.
Yes, they were like.
How about you just go and?
They were right there with Silken Lauman.
Yeah,
you're right.
So
to me, the thing is, if you look at no Hedman, no Carlson, there are
again we don't know all of it. Hedman is back skating, but they are beat up right now. We don't know who will get there.
There are Hampus Lindholm is an option.
He'll step in and be fine.
What's his name in Detroit? The
playing with Seider.
Edmondson.
Yeah, Edmondson. Yeah,
he's a great option. Sure. There are options on D. I just don't know that they have the impact depth
up front, especially
up front to replace.
Yeah, like in 2014, they're depending
Carlson.
on Gus Nyquist, and you're like, oof. And a 40-year-old Alfie at that time, 38-year-old.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
No. But so to me, it is the depth, and
they can when healthy, they could win the tournament.
Well, and even in the goaltending.
Yep.
Like
2 Minnesota Wild goalies. I don't know if we've ever seen that before, that both goalies from one team go for the same international squad.
So what do you the St. Paul Wall? I love that.
That's
man.
Cool. That's all right.
In terms of Jesper Wallstead.
Yep.
That is
I like that.
Yeah, for sure,
That's
man.
solid.
And so Stone Wallstead, like to me, there's some great.
Well, we have a Wall in Toronto too when he's not crumbling.
What?
But the St. Paul Wall, I like that.
The St. Paul Wall is to me is the guy who is. So they're going with Gustafsson, Wallstead, and
Markstrom.
Yeah. And so
any of those guys could steal, but to me, Markstrom's third. A year ago, he's probably one for me.
I'm going Wallstead number one.
There you go.
Right at this moment.
Sure. Yeah.
So he's young.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are.
Maybe Gus the Bus too. Like
they are with a bullet number 3 in terms of odds.
Yeah.
If they're healthy. But without the health, man.
But I'm sitting here going, will he just take the 2 weeks off, man? But he's not going to do it.
Can't make it. No, he's not going to.
Brady's not going to do it. Like any of these guys, if it's even teetering on that, they're going. They're going to the.
Which you would do too.
I don't mind Cancun. Like that could be fun.
Yeah.
No, but I know what you're saying. Competitors have been waiting for this, especially because this is the first one. Like for most of
12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Erik Karlsson go in 14?
Yes.
So across the board, there's probably no one on USA. Jamie Langenbrunner still kicking around, or
Adam Deadmarsh? Where's Adam Deadmarsh at?
I don't think there's any Americans who were there in 14. Crosby,
because Kreider's out. All those things are sort of
yeah. So Crosby and Doughty for Canada, Erik Karlsson for the Swedes,
Hedman.
I think they didn't take him in 14.
Bad call.
Yeah, turns out.
Wow, come on, man.
So, but point being, the number of
Johnny
guys.
Oduya was likely on that team. Come on, man. Oduya?
You think you're going to win this? Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah. Turns out no.
No, we are not. Yeah, no, the guys have been waiting for so long. If there's a chance that I can get over there and just kind of wobble around on one leg, I'm going.
Speed wobble around?
Yeah. Leaning heavy on this term.
That is the go today.
The wobble pod.
The slow wobble
if we're
pod.
rebranded next week.
The slow wobble pod.
Lots still to get to on this edition of the podcast. I want to talk to you about the Bills bringing in their star player in the coach hiring process. The Leafs fail to get up for another fairly important game.
Get up, ball! Get up!
Gone.
And
yawn. Bo Bichette, sure. We can touch on that
That was
as well.
the Buck Martinez. That was get a ball.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I put that right out there for you. No. Do you remember just before we break here?
Mm-hmm.
When you and I were in to see Ian, we were doing the TCA, Christmas
company
party.
getaway. We went all the way to Bell's Corners.
Yeah, and he dropped the sampler.
Mm-hmm.
There was the one that was heavy bubble gum. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like it honestly.
Yeah, it was part of the calendar.
Yes.
The name escapes me, though, if that's what you're looking to.
No, it is not.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this Bretter Monk,
Mm-hmm.
this Belgian blonde with the Brett yeast.
Yeah.
To me, it's fruity, but it has a bit of that bubble gum backing it. It's not as strong as it was in Ian's beer, but
Right.
this has a bit of that yeasty, and I'm wondering if that's the type of yeast that brings that. This was this was the Bretter Monk from Broken Stick.
Mm-hmm.
At 6%, it feels like a beer that I could wash back all night long. Like it's honestly, it is a very smooth, easy drinking beer, which the two beers you brought me are the first two Broken Stick ones I've had.
Okay.
And both have been much like I used to say about Brew Revolution.
Yeah.
Really good, but subtle. Not like, oh my God, this is
Punch in the face with whatever. Yeah.
very good, man. Very
Okay.
good, anyways, is where I'm going.
Well, they're sort of off the beaten path. Like they, for whatever reason, have been off our radar a little bit. But I've made a couple orders from there here over the last 6 months or so. So check them out. They make nice stuff. I was laughing as you talked about when Ian dropped the flight for us there at the company getaway.
Yes. A flight for you
a-
and a flight for me.
Yeah. It was a Instagram reel I saw that was guy walks into a brewery and he's like, hey, can I get a flight? I was like, oh, we don't do flights. And he turns back to the camera. He's like, she doesn't know I know this hack. It's like, then can I have 4 pints of 4 different beers? Okay.
And since I ate all that food, I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh, no.
5 beers.
Oh,
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers. And a Bloody Mary.
Carrying on here on this edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast. If I didn't mention it off the top, and I probably did, Kevin Mickey from Sportsnet later this week. Covering all things sports for Sportsnet. Obviously, that's the net that they are in.
I'll be loving his. That'll be February 1st or February 2nd release date.
No.
He's still in January.
He's the middle of this week. Yes.
Anyways, all I'm suggesting is this will be at least 2 or 3 months since he was on, and the despair post-World Series.
Yes.
Where Kevin Mickey sits
Yeah.
on the Blue Jays offseason.
We will get into that. He's also working hard for the Toronto Scepters, and he is just getting ready, just days away from leaving for Italy to work at the Olympic Games.
They're going to say Royal Rumble.
I'll probably have to.
Come
ask him
on,
about the
man.
Rumble,
Kevin
I'll
Mickey.
have to.
He loves it.
Yeah, maybe he'll stop by Riyadh, which is where it's being hosted this year in Saudi Arabia, on his way to Italy. It's only
Maybe
a
he
little bit
will,
away.
Matt. Maybe he will.
I would. I would love an opportunity to visit the Bonesaw Royal Rumble.
The bones.
Nobody's swinging chairs.
As
Nobody's
opposed to the golf tournament that they run every week.
Yeah, the Bonesaw Open. We are having more pints. I will go first because Rob's working through some things over there, pouring it out or tinkling in under the desk. We don't appreciate that very much, but this comes from Prince Eddie's down in Prince Edward
I
County.
love the Prince Eddie's.
I know you're all about this. This is Eddie's Dunkel.
I also love a dunkel.
Yes, same. 4.5%. You were here last Sunday when we finished up the show. My old man was in town, already in the green room, and he showed up with pints. And this would be one of those, as was the last one, actually. a nice variety. I don't know where he picked them up along the way, but always appreciate it. And yeah, this is from Prince Eddie's down in Prince Edward County. There, Dunkel, 4.5%. We'll see what that's all about. What have you what have you dipped into over there?
I have, and for those of you who have been around and along with the journey here for long enough, in the Rob's Lager reclamation tour, I still don't love a lager. The pedestrian.
Still not loving police.
But I still rock a crease and a cuff in my khakis.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He tried to show up today in his sweatpants.
But didn't.
Didn't. We appreciate your restraint.
Yeah. But a Dunkel, a Märzen, a Schwarzbier, those are your more heavily malted lagers.
Mm-hmm.
Even a sort of step up in terms of a Pilsner.
Love a Pilsner.
Yeah. Well, and it's
not an Italian one, though. It's got to be.
No. See, so my local pizza joint, which used to have Sunsplit from Dominion City on tap. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? That is, they have now.
A little extra for a butte.
Yeah, they've got big enough the chain that they're like, Molson has bought all the taps. So when you go in there now, you get Canadian, Coors Light, Heineken, and a Creemore on tap.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No.
But they also have a Moretti.
Yeah. Fine.
But this is your Italian Pilsner.
I know.
Peroni and Moretti, and both of them are like ass in a glass. So I went with the Creemore.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is you're right. I'm with you on that. The Italian Pilsner, not
as good as the Czech Pilsner.
Or your German Pils.
Sure. Yep.
These sorts of things.
Check your Pils.
But any kind of lager, so like I said, your Märzen, your Dunkels, your Schwarz, any lagers that are heavily malted, that has actually replaced any kind of IPA for me in terms of a go-to. I like a malted lager type
a little
beer.
more body to it.
100%, man. 100%. And it's just delicious. That being said, that is not what I'm drinking here.
All right.
From Fairweather, which I had something from Fairweather last week, I think, at the Hamilton.
Yeah.
All this is Presto Changeo fruit beer. That's what it's called. It's the description is fruit beer.
Okay.
4%. So
it's for your heated rivalry viewing sessions. I'm sorry. I tried not to do it. I'm 2 episodes in.
We're going to leave that on its own.
Yep. This is Matt.
Yep.
I got to be me.
My beautiful Bytown at 10%.
Yeah.
Down to my Breder Monk at 6%.
Yep.
Down to a 4%.
Okay.
On the
ramping it down a little bit.
On the Presto Changeo
Presto
fruit beer. So I've poured it out. I want to take a look at it, but I'll let you know how it goes.
So we referenced off the top that we are having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
Cold as fuck.
It has been continent-wide, basically. And on Saturday, the national...
Now, that's...
I'm betting tart.
Tart is the word, Matt.
Okay. The Predators host the Utah Mammoth on Saturday. It was supposed to be, I believe, a 5 o'clock start. It turns out to be 12 or 1 o'clock. Trying to just get this game in before the weather arrives. Yeah. I would suggest it's about 6,000 fans, dedicated Predators fans, who show up to try and take this in before the storm hits.
Well, it's a wander over from the arena right into any number of pubs or bars right on Broadway.
But it means that the building is a little quiet. It's a little echoey. We've all seen major sporting events take place in buildings above their size. And this is not to shit on Preds fans. It was a crazy weekend. But it left a bit of an atmosphere in the building where the hot mics along the glass.
Hey, fucker!
Yes, would pick up some things. And this might be the clearest hot mic moment I've ever heard picked up and shared on the internet. As I said, from Saturday afternoon, Utah Mammoth, Nashville Predators at Bridgestone in Nashville.
Mascuze?
Excuse
A
me?
little bit echoing.
Jonathan Marchessault, unhappy with a missed high stick call. And
Excuse me?
I don't know what that was about, but I was actually annoyed because there's a few different things we could clip out of that and save for the show for later. Like that one. We'll use a couple times. But make a fucking call! Would have been great, but he's miscusying all over it. But, man, pretty clear. Like, that is a quiet building.
Well, it's
And
funny
just-
because Ottawa was in there on Thursday and they were talking about the snowstorm to come. Like here in Ottawa, we're talking.
Happens every 2 or 3
They're
weeks.
talking, 20 to 25 centimeters, which raises an eyebrow here.
Yeah. Not
But
again.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a drop on
An
the shoulders.
irritation.
That being said, Rob has taken Monday off because
I gotta shovel things.
I just, you know what? Fuck it. Let somebody else deal with the
Gonna
traffic.
put on his booties with his dog and
100%, man. Don't judge.
Oh, I'm judging.
But the years,
Here in my condo where other people do
yeah,
the
the
snow
years of Nashville being, competitive,
Yeah.
and the
And they
building,
suddenly are again,
but the building being full
partially thanks to the Sens.
always.
Yeah. That's a success story for the
But
league.
on Thursday, I noticed that when we were in there, that it just didn't sound as raucous as it has in the past.
I wonder if the Sens don't draw
Well,
as
but
well.
but to me, Nashville was just doing.
Yeah, it doesn't require an
It didn't
opponent,
require
so.
who was coming in. It was they're like, we love the Preds games. I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
And their little guitar riff when the power play is
Yeah.
over.
Make it your own, man.
But the crowd sounded muted when Ottawa was in there, which hasn't been the case when Ottawa was in there before. It just speaks to where the game is at in Tennessee.
Sure. The Preds started off disaster.
Hey, fucker!
Oh, okay. The Preds started off disastrously bad. I believe are 1 point out of a playoff spot right now. And
Yes.
suddenly Stamkos on pace for over 40.
Well, thank you, Ottawa.
Yeah, well,
Had a trick.
that did boost things a little bit. But, yeah, man, I don't know. That's about as clear as I have ever heard on any...
But see,
Mascuze?
make a fucking call.
You're on the ice with them, man. Like, it's...
Make a fucking call.
So you and I talked a week ago. I think in the green room mostly, but it did trickle in here afterwards as things do. The idea of talking to yourself if you're at home by yourself or whatever. The occasional moment where you answer a question on a commercial or,
Yeah.
whatever's going on the radio. That right there, as someone who lives by himself, over the top sometimes. If I turn around and bump my head on an open cupboard and I know I'm the one who left that open, but I'm so mad at somebody.
No one to blame.
Yeah, no.
Nobody to blame
I have,
but me.
and yet I would never do that in public. I would never do that at the cottage. I would never do that in front of people.
Right.
But
if somebody else was to blame, you're not doing that.
No, but if it's just me and it's my fault and I'm here by myself, is not out of the...
Because
And that aggressive, man. Like
if I can shed a little light,
Yeah.
when it's somebody else, you see a loved one
Yep.
of some variety.
Yep.
You don't want to hurt their feelings.
There's still rage.
or
There's
bring
still
attention.
seething, but I will
you're
turn
like,
my back in a very passive-aggressive way instead of the straight aggressive.
But the feelings of
Yeah.
I did this.
Yeah.
I can
There's
be.
nothing worse.
It's way better to be angry
Yeah.
at somebody else.
But it's
even
got to be clear to everybody that it was me who did this.
even if it is just you in the room.
Yeah.
Fucking dummy, Matt.
Yes. Bo Bichette has left town.
I know that guy.
And he's going to be in New York Met. He's going to play third base. We'll see how that goes.
Can I bear a little ignorance here? Lay it
I
open.
assumed you've been doing that for
For 10 years.
1,600 episodes or so. Yeah.
Last Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
prior to showing up here, to record episode
1652 beers ago.
Thank you. 1652, exactly. I wanted to buy tickets. I wanted to buy
Blue Jays. They weren't on sale yet last weekend.
Okay, well, fucking thank you for telling me this Sunday. I couldn't understand, Matt, why I couldn't get Bo Bichette.
It's been a tough week for you buying tickets to shit.
Stuff I really wanted to go to, I couldn't
Stuff
buy.
I don't want to go to.
Don't want to
I've
go
already
bought. And I'm like, why can't it's Canada Day weekend.
Yeah.
The Mets are in town.
Yeah.
I don't need to go. I'd love to go to the Canada Day game.
Yeah.
But I would just as easily go to the Monday, which is the first game the Mets are in town.
Sure.
The 30th, I believe. And you're like, why won't you sell me? And then, why are you moving me over to the Heinz 32 whatever or this? And I'm like, I don't need any of that shit. And then Tuesday, the message comes out.
Hey, we're selling tickets soon.
Single game tickets on sale now. And you're like, idiot. Oh, Rob's a fucking dummy. Fuck! Yes. Know something, man.
That button has taken the place of the LeBron. Fuck, man. Thank you, guys. Because they're all keyboard related. So to keep it straight for myself, what do you want to be on the F key? And it used to be LeBron.
Yeah.
We didn't use it enough. I think this one has legs, man.
So I wanted to go
Yeah.
to see that. I thought that's where if I'm going to make it down to Toronto, I want to pay.
You don't want to go on Canada Day, though.
No, so the Monday game,
Still,
or the Sunday game, whichever, the Monday game is the first game Bo's back,
Yeah.
and it's the 30th or whatever it is. It's
But that's
not-
going to be Canada Day equivalent long weekend.
It
in
is.
Toronto.
It is the Mets series, right? So it is that. But I'm like,
see the White Sox in August.
nah. I just because to me, I would like to.
I want to boo him.
Nah.
No.
I want to give Bo the. I would enjoy that.
Would you boo him?
I would not boo him.
Yeah.
I would not.
No.
Because to me, the reality is, if he pressured, air quotes, pressured Toronto into that kind of money, I would have been more.
They were never going to give him
No, they weren't, and nobody should.
42 or whatever the
42.
fuck.
Yeah, 3 times
Can't
42.
Can't do it.
No, you can't. So to me, I'm like, whoa, you're not here. I would have rather you signed here for
Yeah.
$30 million.
Yes.
But since you didn't and you signed for $12 million more a year over there, see ya. So no, I'm not booing him for taking the fat stacks over there at third base. Like, dude could borderline throw the ball from shortstop
Yep.
to first. You were never making it from fucking third. So you know what? Bon chance, mon chum.
I look at it and I wonder what his legacy is going to be. Like
Second best shortstop in Blue Jays history.
Yeah?
Can you name me somebody other than Tony Fernandez who you'd put in front of him?
Well, I guess it depends on how you want to measure it. It always is. Like
Duration.
Tulo? Yeah, so
it's got to be duration of career. Tulo's year and a half, whatever that was.
Alex
Gonzalez. Yeah, okay.
We had 2 of those. I'll take the first one.
That'll speak for itself.
Yeah.
Milk commercial aside.
But you look at
Manny
it's unfair
Lee.
the way if that home run holds up, if Trey Savage and
Hoffman.
don't blow it for him,
Yep.
he is, and even then, if it probably hurts more to the mainstream fan or the new fan, but I think there's a better chance they feel pressure to keep him because it doesn't feel like the Jays put on a lot of pressure
In the last year.
Yeah. But if he has that moment, it becomes very hard from a PR perspective to not bring him back.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But all of a sudden, Bo is remembered as if, like, it wouldn't be Joe Carter because it wasn't a walk-off, but you're in that conversation. Those are the types of guys, if that holds up for him in Game 7. But when it doesn't...
Legend. Absolute legend.
And now, like, he's got fewer hits as a Blue Jay than Adam Lind. And that's, again, tenure related, but when you, as this conversation plays out over 5 years, over 10 years, over 20 years, and you go back and you go, how good was Bo Bichette? You will check those stat lists. Who had more home runs? Who had more hits?
Yeah.
And he's not going to stack up. I think Bo will become, unfortunately, sort of a forgotten piece of Blue Jays history. And again, all of that changes.
Why
even
is
if
that, though?
Well,
Personality.
Yeah, he did not want to be
Correct.
the face of the franchise. And yet, and I know people are hating this comparison right now, similar to Mitch a little bit, right? To Vladdy's Austin, right? Matthews actually wanted to be the face of the franchise, as does Vladdy. I think Mitch wanted to be and was upset that he wasn't.
We wanted other people to recognize him as the face of the
Right.
franchise, but not willing to do
some of the things and have the personality to be able to handle that. Whereas Bo, I think, very much didn't want to do those things either, in a far more pronounced way. Like, he was I don't really talk. Like, how many notable interviews can you remember Bo ever doing?
All-Star game, where it's in the home run contest or whatever, and he's giving the most painful in person play by play of Vladdy or whoever it was,
endorsement of Vlad,
and you're just like, oh my god, man,
and that's okay. Like
him,
but you can't then hold that against everybody else, right? You can't be upset if you don't want to talk to the media, if you don't want to be the guy, if you don't want to be on billboards, then you can't be mad when they have to go to somebody else.
Well, and you're now going to a spot where you're making
in
next
New York City.
Next to Soto,
yes,
you are the highest paid player on a team that will undoubtedly underachieve again.
Probably.
And you are now going to be, you are not in an organization that is covered by the ownership of the team.
Mm-hmm.
You will be exposed to the full force of the New York media.
Yeah. And if your defense at third does not hold up,
whoop,
are you going to love that?
I believe the answer to that is no, Matt.
No. And so I liked Bo, and I held no ill will against him. I hoped he would return, but I would not. I don't blame the Jays at all for not giving that guy 42 over 3 years, or 42 times 3. Yeah.
Zero.
It's an odd spot, and now he will go to the Mets, and he won't be the guy there either. Like, Soto's the man in Queens.
100%.
So we'll see.
But he will not be exempt from hearing from it.
No.
If it comes down, and he will not be buffeted or shielded by a friendly ownership media.
Do you think... No, you're right. The way Sportsnet is...
Covers...
Yes. Do you think down the road, 10 years, 20 years, when we're doing guys come back to town, will we do a 10-year anniversary of the year we did go to the World Series and invite these guys back? How is Bo remembered in that moment? I'm with you. I'm not booing Bo Bichette if I'm at the Dome on Canada Day or whatever else.
Yeah.
I would have preferred he come back over leave, but I'm not heartbroken either.
Right.
So I got no beef to boo him, but there's nothing exciting there in the way that Joe Carter brings out, right? Or
that is the ultimate success.
Yeah, and the guy. And so maybe it's an unfair comparison, but even a Dave Winfield, right?
Yeah, but how about had Roberto Alomar not done
turned out to be a shithead.
What he did.
Yeah.
That guy was synonymous with great moments.
Yes.
Whether it's a catch, that one where he fucking ran from deep second to
the
first base foul line,
yes.
And you're like, bam, and he pulls that ball down, and you're like, or the home run off of Eckersley in the ALCS, and you're like, that fucking guy is a Hoover.
But you're right, that's the level, right? Like when people come back, like Todd Stottlemyre, Juan Guzman get huge ovations when they come back.
You show Stottlemyre with that, his face smashing off the
He's
turf.
got the jacket ballooning up on him.
With the white sleeve, white sleeve, and he's got the cut on the chin.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm fucking giving her.
Yeah. So I just wonder down the road how welcome, and it won't be that he's unwelcome, I don't think, but
he doesn't want to even come back.
You don't think he'll?
I don't think he.
I don't
wants
even
that.
want to do the celebration for a lost World Series, but that's.
But you
they'll
know,
be looking for something.
But you know how fun that was.
100%.
And 15 and 16 were great experiences.
Yes.
But
we just wrapped up 10 years since 2015. We didn't do a welcome back.
But Donaldson,
Darwin Barney,
Batista,
night or
Encarnacion,
Yeah.
like those guys
Those are beloved.
Russell Martin, even. Those
100%.
are guys who you go,
100%.
and you're like, that was they.
So you're right. We probably will be doing.
We will, and it will be whatever happens moving forward with Ernie Clement.
Vladdy will still be under contract.
Yes, but Ernie Clement, if he does nothing,
Yes.
from now till the end of time.
Nathan Lucas, all of these sorts. You'll invite Max Scherzer back.
These guys will be that you'll remember the home runs that they hit, and you'll remember.
Will you have bad feelings towards Bo if
No.
he is invited back?
No.
And yet that is normally the breaking point. He wasn't traded away. He left for money, and yet
He left for so much more money. Like he left
so
for
much more.
50% more.
And it
than
sounds like we didn't even try. So it's hard to be mad at him.
I would have said. Make him the highest paid second baseman. Give him $30 million a year.
Sure.
And put him at second base.
Yep.
And give us your 200 hits a year. And you would have been, to me, his arm would have been dynamite.
So the two things that when we announced this deal, the Mets announced
we
this,
broke the deal.
I did a show last week on this. I said there was two things that I wondered about. Once Kyle Tucker signed with the Dodgers and the Jays' attention turned to Bo, is that exactly the thing that he would have hated? I'm your second choice.
He was New York's second choice.
I understand, but they clearly offered more. And
Okay.
I don't even know if
So it's not a second choice issue, it's a money issue.
second choice plus pay me for my hurt feelings kind of thing. And then
And give me two player options.
Did he ever get over? This is the part, and again, I see a lot of people really upset with the comparison, and it's fair enough because it's so surface level, but Mitch couldn't get over, as the hometown guy in Toronto, that Matthews was the man. The higher paid guy, the better scorer, the center. I'm never going to be the man here. And even if I won't be the man in Vegas, I can at least get out of my own hometown and out from underneath this
and
whole
still
thing.
make whatever he's
100%, man. So Bo, on top of, if I'm already bitter about being Vlad's wingman,
I don't think he is.
and now you have made me your second choice in free agency, there's just enough here to make me go, I got to go do something else, man.
Yeah. I believe that, the free agency part. I don't believe he's ever begrudging Vladdy. He's a guy who came up from fucking single A.
Yeah.
Like,
all the way through, they came together. Yeah.
they came together, and Vladdy was the guy everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. For obvious reasons. His joyous personality.
And yet the two of them were the future of the Jays. But now we're here, and we're not the future of the Jays. We are the Jays, and you're the man, and I'm...
So was Biggio, though, too. He was also Cav and Biggio.
It's true.
And Cody Clemens, or whoever
Whoever
the
we had a
fourth.
lot of second gen.
Yes, and so they sort of got, and now you have the best one.
Yep.
You got Vladdy. That's what you got.
There was just quickly before we move off the baseball, Whit Merrifield was on a podcast here over the last
Kansas City Royal great
last week or so, and he was saying, we'll take this with a grain of salt. I don't know how reliable he is. I don't know who he's talking to and whatever else, but that Kyle Tucker's preference was always Toronto over LA, but you get to a point where the money is so stupid.
$57 million a year?
Plus deferrals, right? It's a $60 million without the... So
you're like, fuck, come on, man.
Do we take Whit Merrifield as a reliable source here?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't take anybody's... At the end of the day, he signed with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And
the money is stupid, man.
The money is crazy stupid. Like, both those guys signed for... It's one thing to say Ohtani and Soto.
Sure.
Like, Ohtani is that crazy unicorn.
The man. He's Connor McDavid, who also plays goal.
You can strike out 12 guys in an inning or in a.
It's tough to do in an inning.
Yes. In a game, and you can hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases.
Yep.
Like you are.
So you better get paid double, right?
Yes.
You better get paid as the hitter and the pitcher.
And then there is Soto, who was undisputed coming out that you're like, that guy is the best at that.
Yep.
And so those two guys are the high bar.
And now Kyle Tucker
is not
good. He's very good, but he is not on that level. And if someone is willing to pay you above that level,
and
take it, man.
And so what are
you going to do?
I do not in any way. If when it comes down, you go, I made $60 million for 4 years.
Yeah,
60 per for 4 years.
Yeah,
and the Jays were offering me 200 over 7.
Well, 10 times 35. That sounds like what Whit Merrifield was saying is that the Jays would not pay him on an annual basis more than the Vlad number.
Well, it's fucking insane.
Well, so Vlad is at 35, factoring in his deferrals. 35.7, I believe. Yeah, times 14. And so if that matters to Vlad, this is going to be a problem because clearly the numbers are out of control. Then, Vlad's going to have to get over. But I don't believe that's the case. Vlad's got his money. This is the contract I negotiated in good faith. Make the team better around me, and whatever that costs, it costs. But it sounds like, according to Whit Merrifield, the Jays were not prepared less than a year after giving Vlad that contract to go, let's just blow right through it.
And to a lesser impact player.
Yes.
That's
who
what
would help you.
Yes, of course he would.
But I do get that at some point, this can't be our hill to die on. This, like, we can't already be blowing by the Vlad number 1 year in for Kyle Tucker. As good as he is.
Well, you look at Tucker's numbers from last year in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like 280.
Well, there's injuries there.
Okay, all right. But do you not think...
want that guy.
Okay, 280, 30 home runs, whatever it was. Do you not think that you already have Santander, which you hope can
he's a few years older.
Somewhat replicate that?
Like Kyle Tucker and Vlad in your lineup for, at minimum, impact guys for the next 5 years. Santander won't be impact for that
But do you not know, in terms of what we're looking at in the next couple of years, do you not go...
Well, I don't know what we're looking at as after next winter.
Right. And in terms of salary cap and all those sorts of things, and what that looks like in terms of, we now have a cap and you all need to get under it.
Yeah. Get under it.
So to me, there is, I just think at the end of the day, Santander, Tucker is not Soto.
No, he's not.
And so to give him that money and you go, you know what? Okay, we can't go there. And we have Santander and you're hoping there's some kind of bounce back season.
And there should be.
I just think that that's where you go, fuck that, man. I can't do that. I'm not even entertaining that.
I'm not even going for that. I was going to go to the Leafs. I don't know. It might be beaten to death. We might yet still get to it. I do want to ask you your opinion on Josh Allen. And it's sort of come out here over the last few days that he's going to be involved in the hiring process of the new head coach for the Buffalo Bills. I'm not sure the coach was the issue to begin with, but I'm not, as you know, near an NFL expert enough to bother weighing too deep into that.
You're an expert.
You're an expert. And yet, I am intrigued by the idea of any player in sports being asked to weigh in on a coaching hire. I assume that when a team trades for somebody, do we go and ask Brady, what do you think about David Perron? You've been on the ice with him. Like, you think that'd fit here? Like, I like the idea that these guys would have input. I think it was the Baltimore GM a couple of winters ago who said, "We will a couple of our players will have input. They will have no power." I think that's a reasonable way to frame the discussion. And maybe we're projecting too much on the Josh Allen thing, but this feels like more than that. I think Buffalo sports fans, especially those who also follow hockey, are skeptical right now about the Pagulas to begin with.
Well, if you heard If you heard Pagula's press conference this week,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, man.
You should talk a lot
All
less.
those people who are like, he hasn't spoken on the Sabres in 5 years.
Right.
And now you're like, that's a good thing. It's probably a good thing.
I'm curious what you think about the idea of Josh Allen. Again, I don't want to go too over the top because we don't know how much weight his input will carry, but they're being very public about the fact that he will be involved in the process. He is their star. He is the franchise guy. Do you like the fact that they came right out and said he's going to be involved? Would it bug you if you were a teammate of his? How far down the chain of command before you on the roster before you start to go, yeah, that guy should have a say and I don't, versus the top of the roster going, well, if he gets a say, I should get a say. It's an interesting move here, man.
I would rather you didn't say anything at all. Don't say anything and just let him have a say.
Sure.
Ask him, speak to him, bring him in and go, what do you think in terms of a new head coach?
Right.
What is the offensive or even more importantly, the defensive concepts that they're going to bring forward? I think it's super important that your guy, he's going to be the NFL MVP this year.
Yeah.
What does that guy think? But just don't say it. Just don't make it so public.
I think that's the whole thing, man. This didn't need to be out there.
Don't slap yourself on the back. Don't whack each other off because you think it's going to be. It doesn't need to be. Just leave it. Do what you do in-house.
Yeah.
You don't need to make a big public show about it.
I wonder, it's one thing to ask an opinion if he's going to be sitting in, which is sort of what this sounded like on some of the interviews. If you almost don't risk something going on the other way, like where he says, yeah, that coach had an interesting approach, I'd be fine playing for him. But does he not walk back into your locker room and go, our GM is an idiot. Man, he asks stupid questions. Like, I wonder if you pollute your locker room.
See, I look at it the other way.
Involving, like all of a sudden things get into the room that didn't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's...
I look at it the opposite, that guy's running the show.
Yeah.
That instead...
Josh Allen.
Yes.
Yeah.
That you've now put it in the price of the hands of your highest paid player.
Yeah.
And you go, you can't fire me. I am the guy.
Yeah.
And so I am way more important than your coach. And I think we all understand that in 2026 professional sports, that all teams that have a Josh Allen type, that is the tail that wags the dog. Like, that is how that goes.
Yeah. I've just never seen anyone put it out there quite so publicly.
So don't put it out. And the fact that Josh Allen is the GM.
Right.
I don't like that guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like the way he runs this. I don't like the way this guy doesn't show up at practice. Whatever. Like, it just becomes...
And I don't know what Josh Allen knows about being a head coach. Like, the word is Phillip Rivers, who just finished playing games
for
a couple of weeks ago,
Colts.
is going to be interviewed for this, having never been a coordinator.
Yeah.
And like a couple of the articles I'm reading are like, if you're a quarterback, you pay no attention to what the defensive coordinator is doing in the pass coverage meetings and this. How are you going to show up on day one and be a head coach who's got no, like, you're going to have to go be a coordinator, and no different than anywhere. Daniel Alfredson, Marty St. Louis, at least coach their kids or something. Like, for whatever you want to...
minor midget.
I got to at least get a handle on this somewhere. Phillip Rivers is going to walk off the field and coach the... Like, the Bills are probably the most admirable opening right now for a coach, and yet there's not much available. I was seeing Mike McDaniel just signed in L.A. as the OC, and yet he's going to interview for this job. Like, that's fucked up, too. I do understand the idea that coaches get to leave for promotions, but I just signed you like 3 weeks ago to be our offensive coordinator.
When you have a guy who has chosen as a head coach to go, I have these options, but I'm going to take this OC job over here.
Unless that one becomes available.
Yeah. And we saw what he did in Miami, so let's just move along.
Yeah, no. Can you hang in Western New York and it's a different world?
100%. And again, I don't know enough about it, but all I'm saying is I think you need, once you burst the bubble of the illusion that is, this is the structure.
Yeah.
This is the power structure of our business, our sports team, whatever it is.
And if you want to really pull the curtain back, if Josh Allen were to go to Terry Pagula tomorrow morning and say, it's me or Bean, right? Me or the GM, the GM's fired. Like,
I don't know, man.
He's not proven
like
himself.
Terry was giving him the big Dutch.
I get
Dutch
that, but
there.
okay, then Josh Allen is leaving.
Yeah, no, I know. But it just seems like it's a huge. There's a huge leap from what we got cooking here in terms of lefty action. To I'm going to just go. You're out of here, and that guy. I love that guy.
I love that guy.
He goes. I love Tom Brady. No, it's just can you spit in the palm and get after this like Bean
Jesus
can?
Christ.
Probably not. Sorry with that.
Last thing before we wrap it up, because we are wobbling to the end.
No,
I believe
we're strong now. We're strong. I'm good.
On Friday night, Mitch Marner returned to Toronto. I'm not sure if you heard about this. It was sort of undercovered.
I was sort of aware on the periphery, Matt.
Suddenly, Ron McLean, national game on a Friday night. Good for you, Sportsnet.
Come on, Ron. Can you stop with all the Fleetwood Mac and Ron with his insight into all things great?
Fleetwood Mac.
Well, it was go your own way.
You can go your own way.
Ron, he's
I
breaking
don't know
in.
if Ron's programming the music.
I know, but him moving off of it, and I'm just like, Ron, shut up, Ron.
The Leafs lost.
Whoa! Yes, they did.
And
when Mark Stone, I love a Stone.
The British Mark Stone.
Yeah, when Mark Stone hit that 5-3 goal, you could hear a pin drop. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody loves scoring as much as Mark Stone does.
Oh, I don't know. Jack Eichel, I think, scored the first goal, didn't he? And he also was giving it a hearty.
Well, that was only a minute 6 into
the game, where the Leafs did not show up on time.
Well, it's a 7:30 start, right? No.
Mitch also, everybody, true to form here. Mitch in a big game, no goals, no assists, 1 shot on goal. The Leafs lose, so everyone's sort of keeping the traditions alive.
Brand, stay true to the brand.
And I've sort of been back and forth, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Rob, I'd like to get your take on the Leafs.
Yeah. I'm here for you, Matt.
We're going to start Anthony Stolarz after 2 months, having not played.
I would not do that.
We're going to show up like it's not all the players are going to downplay it. It's just another game. Doesn't actually matter. And there's a part of me that admires that. Like there's a part of me that goes, yeah, I get it. The media and the fans are making a huge deal out of this. This is just another regular season game.
But it's a big deal.
We got to take care of our business. We got to get Stolarz back in there at some point. So we're just going to carry on the way we always would. And yet, your fans don't think this is just another game. And you, as players, in theory, should have some sort of pushback, I would think, against, hey, this guy left us. This guy decided, we don't hate Mitch, but he decided the grass was greener somewhere else. Like, we should get up for this.
Turns out it is.
Well, there is no grass down there. Everything is brown down
turf.
there.
No, it's turf, man, and it's green. It's fucking green.
Can you imagine being 29 years old and having your parents move with you to whatever new city you're going to? Anyway, it's a different thing.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Actually.
All right, we'll deal with that on a different day.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Look, the Leafs blew it in another big game, and I find myself trying to go, for them, it didn't have to be a big game, but it was a big game.
It's a big game for the fan base.
But does that have to matter?
It
like
does.
every time
it does.
The fans are pissed about something, do the players have to engage in it?
No, I agree.
You know
with
what I'm saying? And I'm not even sure I believe what I'm saying. I'm just trying to lay out the multiple
do agree
sides.
That we would like to keep the team insulated from the mania
Sure.
that is on the outside.
Yeah.
but it is a thing, and you feel it in the building. And if we can talk about the feeling in the building infecting the team on the ice, which is a real thing.
Yes.
In Ottawa, in Toronto, in Montreal,
most Canadian markets,
this is it. It's you feel the tension in the market. It permeates.
This matters tonight.
And
this
it does.
one matters.
And when it came down to it, now again, I think Toronto is it's not a unique situation, but it's a very having John Tavares in the building on the ice for the opening face-off, who went through what he had to go through going back to Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah. And it was actually Mitch who essentially was part of, whether he always wanted to come, which I assume Mitch was the guy in the video pack. Think of playing your next 7 years with Mitch on your wing, right? And they did do that for the first year, and Tavares scores 47, and now they're facing off for whatever it's worth.
And it was, I just don't think a Canadian market, as much as I would like to dunk on Toronto, a Canadian market doesn't have the vitriol, the venom.
Yeah.
That a New York market does.
Well, and especially a New York B market. And that's not even to be an asshole. They're used to being
I agree.
against the Rangers and we're Mets fans against the Yankees. Like, we're used to being fuck you.
Well,
right? Like,
and then you also have the C-grade New Jersey Devils who've won 3 Stanley Cups since you've ever been relevant as fuck.
Yep.
So you actually have become the C grade.
Yeah.
Because the junior cousins over there in New Jersey are actually a better brand than you. And so, you have that New York. And so, to me, there is the comparison already built in of Tavares going back to Nassau. And the booing was, to me, it was not much.
I thought it was strong early and fairly predictably.
Early. I love that.
Once you get down, it's like, fuck. Like, you sort of lose your...
I'm beaten down.
Yeah. I've seen this before. And we have seen this before.
Yes.
And starting Stolarz looked to me, and I don't know how many people actually remembered this, and I wanted to make sure I was correct, so I went back and did the research. Mike Babcock, in Tavares' return to the island, started Garrett Sparks. This organization cannot recognize a big moment if we can count how many game sevens, right? Yes. They choked hard when Ekman Larson and Stolarz and Lorentz went back to Florida, lost that one. Didn't even come close when Toronto and Berube went back to St. Louis. Nick Waugh, just 10 days ago, going back to Vegas. They lose all of them. And maybe it's a coincidence, man. Maybe it's all a coincidence.
Is that the Nick Waugh game? Is that what
in Vegas?
Is that what we're calling that in Vegas?
It didn't seem to carry the same weight the Marner return to Toronto did, but I'm sure
Toronto
would have liked to.
Mitch in Vegas.
In Vegas, sure. But you're right. The Nick Waugh element of it was somewhat overlooked, but it was always going to be. He's a bottom 6 guy.
Nick Waugh. Did he play somewhere before?
They just, all of these, man, they can't do the Tavares one I mentioned. Like, you just, at some point, I don't know. I often push back on it's an 82-game season of guys skating around on knives with a piece of frozen rubber on ice and crazy shit. At some point, though, if it is that random, you'd be at 30-70 that you win some of these, and they just don't. They just can't find it. And I actually thought through the second and most of the third, the Leafs played really well against Vegas.
Bad start.
Yeah.
Good middle.
But it was already over. It didn't matter. And like Anthony again, this is the part I want to go back to, and I'm like, if I want to give them credit, I'll say this game is no bigger than any other regular season. What are you going to do? You're going to wait and start Stolarz at 1:30 on a Sunday against Colorado? Are you?
No, I'm going to start
red hot
Tuesday,
Buffalo. I guess. But the
Buffalo game is not the Mitch game.
No, and this is it. There's a part of me that says, as an organization, you have to care about your fan base. You should understand this matters.
Yes.
And so, Joe Woll, you're going in there. We're starting Matthews versus the Mitch. Like,
what is your best team? What gives you the best opportunity to win?
Your city cares about this. Your players should care about this. You better prepare for the best possible outcome, and you didn't. You
can't have it both ways. You can't have it that these fans love this team. This is the biggest fan base in the NHL.
Mm-hmm. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, all these things. And when you listen to sports talk radio, they live and breathe and die with this fucking team.
Yeah.
And
throw us a bone, man. Give us a goalie.
You can't have it both ways. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Brother.
You know this means a lot to the fan base because it's all they've talked about since July 1st.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you can't go...
That was circled on the calendar.
For everybody but you, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toronto
it's just
Maple
another
Leafs.
game. Just another day.
That is a disconnect.
Yeah.
And that's what drives fans wild, man. And we talked about it in the first half of this show with Ottawa. And you're like, fans are they irrational? Yes.
Fucking right, yeah.
But they're fans.
Yes.
And they're invested in you.
Yeah.
And when you fucking disregard them with, yeah, well, whatever.
Like
sorry.
Even if you had thrown Stolarz to the Wolves, and look, we're talking here Sunday afternoon. I've asked you I've PVR'd the game. I don't know what's happened against Colorado.
I do.
Even if you have thrown Stolarz to the Wolves against Colorado, it wasn't the Mitch game. Like,
that's right.
Put it off one more day and say,
well, you have a winning record against Colorado anyways.
Sure. We care about this because our city cares about this, because our players should want to get back at him for leaving and for what he deems to be greener pastures. We're better than you. We're going to win this. All of it should have been set up and just know, like, and I don't just blame, it's not just on Berube for not starting Woll. The players didn't show up on time either.
That's not only Berube's decision.
No, it wouldn't be. But to me, it's not just coaching. These players were not amped up in a big, and maybe it was organization-wide we're going to downplay this. It's just another game. But you misread that if that was the resting heart rate.
Can I ask you something?
I guess.
And it's pertinent to this conversation. Yes. And what has happened quite a bit this year in Ottawa. When teams come out and in that Toronto-Vegas game on Friday, Toronto allows a goal a minute 6 into the game.
Yeah.
They allow a goal 4:18 into the game.
Yeah.
You are like the Marner fucking first intermission, first TV break.
The video. They were always going to do the video.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
But that's usually 7-8 minutes into the first period because that's when you go to commercial break.
Yes. Yep.
You are already down 2 Cobb at that point. Is that Craig Berube's fault? Is it Travis Green's fault?
No.
When the team comes out and people go, how come your team wasn't prepared to play?
I guess it depends on, I didn't love... one of the first 2 goals on Stolarz. And in that case, you go, he shouldn't be in this game right now. Like, this isn't right off.
All right.
But beyond that...
That is a wrinkle, though, that is worth discussing.
Yeah, but beyond that, no, you guys aren't...
You're fucking pros.
Yeah.
How are you not ready to... Why do you need me as Travis Green or Craig Berube?
Yeah.
To fucking prepare you.
And yet that is the thing that I think is making a lot of Leaf fans infuriated is that's supposed to be Berube's whole thing. Everyone walks around going, he's not an X's and O's guy. He's a motivation guy. They're not motivated. Now, maybe the whole team sucks and can't be motivated. Maybe. But maybe Craig Berube has a Stanley Cup ring on the back of arriving at the exact same time that Jordan Binnington arrived and went on the fucking heater of a lifetime.
Yes. Of course it is.
And Craig Berube is not a good coach. And
I just am so tired of hearing coaches.
I need to be motivated.
Yes, that coaches
Inspire me.
Take the collar on this idea that these fucking elite multi-million-dollar players need some kind of get up.
Yeah.
To get ready for whatever's coming up.
To come and do their job.
Honest to God, man, I find it a bit of a cop-out on the media in general, that it is a go-to story in many markets.
Yes.
But the idea that Matthews, Tavares, not Nylander in this
Don't
case,
know how to
but
start
Nyes,
on time.
Riley, you don't know how to start on time. That you aren't fucking. They show you on Hockey Night in Canada tying up your skates, doing all this shit. That you're at that point, you're not thinking, I want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this today, and I want to do it for all the reasons that have got me to be a multi-million-dollar player.
In this situation, even if I love Mitch, I'm going to be the guy who's out there and puts a shoulder through his chest and gets the team into it, the crowd fired up.
Crowd would be so
the
fired
first
up.
guy who buries Mitch with a clean hit.
Yes, clean hit, yes.
If Matthew Nyes or Max Domi or Simon Benoit goes out and blows him up early, sure, it's probably that guy, the Italian Finn. If that happens,
I had no idea he was a Finn until I watched that from Turku, Finland.
Matthias Michel.
What?
Yeah. It was a bit of a continuing story around the Leafs, man. It's
it was a re-cementing of
of
an existing story,
yeah,
which does not include.
And yet somehow, this is it. I fully expected Mitch to probably have a 2-assist night. Like, he doesn't score a lot.
Vegas. That was the night in Vegas. It was not really
something on the
super
power play to Hurdle, and then maybe a 5-on-5 to Eichel, something like that.
Yes.
A 2-on-1 somewhere, whatever it might be. And that would be a Mitch night. You'd call that a win. Like, if you understand the player, I don't need him to score 2 goals for him to have owned us, right? Like, you got to know what he does. He was great on the PK and set up a sweet goal. He was invisible in a big game. As were the Leafs.
He was dry-haired and the Knights win. That's the difference. That is the difference
and yet,
between...
I loved the messaging for that whole 8 or 9 days out of Vegas. Saying, this matters to Mitch, so this matters to us.
Yes.
Like,
well, you said it. The Eichel goal, the Stone 5th goal.
Yeah.
The
they were fired up, man.
They were fired up for Mitch.
For Mitch.
And so...
Even if Mitch
wasn't fired
didn't
up
do
for himself.
much. Yeah.
But again, if you can put Mitch can be elite.
Well, we're going to see in the Olympics here, right?
In a backup role.
And I talked about, and he won't necessarily, we saw him at 4 Nations start in the top 6, slide down to the third line. They weren't loving it. And yet, he ends up in the gold medal game setting up Bennett for the tying goal, setting up McDavid for the game-winning goal.
Seems pretty good.
So when you are not the man, right? When you don't have to, in Toronto.
You want to be the man? You got to beat the man.
He does not want to be the man, I think is what we've learned. In Toronto, he and Austin and Willie, it's you who does this or it doesn't get done. In that Canadian locker room, there are some big hitters. There are guys who can get it done, and you don't have to be the one who carries that weight. McKinnon can do it. McDavid can do it. Crosby can do it. Marchand and Makar, guys who have won cups. Bennett, who I kind of think is going to end up on this roster if Point is not good to go. These are guys who have done it and don't have to shy. And now you're a complimentary piece and a very good one.
I think he'll be a killer there.
I think so too, because it's not all on me. Nobody's looking to me to do. And I'm not even trying to be an asshole to Mitch.
No.
He's just not.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I think on any of those top 3 lines for Canada, Mitch will be really good. But it's because no one is looking for him to do all of that work. There are leaders and captains and winners in that locker room.
It's only sad on the Vegas front when you look and go, it's going to be Eichel. It's going to be Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you
Hurdle.
And you go, oh, and there's the salary that Mitchie's making. So it's just one of those things when you associate results with salary.
Yes, that's right.
Mitch will always, in Toronto, maybe not in Vegas, but it is that sort of allocation of results versus salary. You can't demand the top salary.
Yes, that's right.
And want to be the second dog.
On another day, we will have the discussion about what Mitch's eventual legacy in Toronto will be, much like we did on both.
Can't wait!
Whether that 16 goes to the rafters at some point.
Or the 93 in Vegas.
It's already up there. Oh, the 93 in Toronto. I see what you did. Stick around throughout the week. We'll see what other news breaks. I might be back solo, but certainly midweek you will hear from Kevin Mickey from Sportsnet. Julian McKenzie here next Tuesday morning, February 3rd.
He'll be fired up. Ask him about the penalty kill.
I will ask him about the penalty kill. We will also ask him about his brand new book, Black Aces, which will be in stores on that day, February 3rd. So stick around for that. Shride's here next Monday. Rob here sometime, we believe, next
next week somewhere.
Yeah. That's where we'll wrap this one up.
I will be breaking my book.
Yes. Got a title.
Heated Rivalry. Oh, it's already taken.
Muted rivalry.
Yes.
Muted rivalry.
Muted.
There is no rivalry that Rob has ever had that's been muted, so I don't even know why
it's true.
We'll shut this one down here. For Rob, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for listening. We're on social media at Talking Audio. Subscribe to the pod wherever you're hearing us. Have yourselves a great, great tropical heat wave.
Jump to 93. Yes, sir, we're having a heat wave. A tropical heat wave. The way that she moves, that thermometer proves that she certainly can. Ooh, we're having a heat wave. Ooh, how she moves, temperature proves she certainly can.